Hello and welcome back to Cinematica. We've got a big new teaser trailer for Marvel's The Marvels out, and it's jam-packed with all sorts of fun stuff, and gives us a better look at this accidental team-up between Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Monica Rambeau. Let's hop right into it. We kick things off with a pretty good look at the Saber space station, watching over Earth as best it can. Seems like a pretty busy base of operations with smaller spacecraft buzzing about. Nick Fury is back, folks. Seems like he'll be around in a big way during Phase 5, which is great because who doesn't love Samuel L. Jackson? This also gives us a little bit of insight into Secret Invasion, as that series will prominently feature Fury and it releases in June. This is months ahead of The Marvels, which hits theater screens in November. With that bit of timeline knowledge, we can be sure of a Nick Fury return pretty much regardless of what happens in Secret Invasion. The shape-shifting Skrulls may be planning a big invasion, but Fury is sure to make it through after his return to Earth. However, considering how tricky these Skrulls can be, it is possible that the Nick Fury we see here is not what he seems. Hard to say for sure, but there's a chance that this version of our favorite eye-patch sporting spy is actually an alien imposter. Kinda sus. Very sorry about that. Fury, or our Fury stand-in, looks out the observation deck window and asks Monica Rambeau what she's doing. I mean, it's obvious that she's floating through space towards some sort of anomaly. As she gets closer to the shimmering, fractal-filled wall, their radio comms fuzz out a little bit. Whatever this thing is, it's causing interference. Peep Monica's spacesuit, too. I'm loving the design. Very economical, very functional. Monica says she's going to get him some readings, and it appears that the Saber's spaceship is also a research vessel because of this. And whatever this anomaly is, it's pretty close to Earth, which could be varied levels of dangerous depending on what it actually is. Fury seems to think whatever Monica is doing is unexpected, so her heading out into the cold vacuum of space to check out this thing could be against orders or simply surprising. As soon as she gets close enough to touch the anomaly though, it sends her cartwheeling away. Well, at least it sends the spacesuit away. We hear a new voice, and it's not Captain Rambeau in there anymore. Intergalactic by Beastie Boys kicks in, and we see a panicking Kamala Khan cartwheeling in the spacesuit, which is a little too big for her. Screaming for help, she drifts towards the observation window. When she sees Nick Fury, she calms down immediately and happily assumes that this is part of an Avengers test. We love a positive attitude. Fury has no idea what's happening and asks where Captain Rambeau went. Rambeau doesn't really know either though, as she flies out of a rift in space and lands on a barren planet surface. Things get worse quick as a squad of weapon-wielding black armored aliens attack her. The leader of this group has blue skin and what appears to be a mace of some sort. Seems like a squad of Kree, perhaps going after Captain Marvel, who had all of a sudden been switched with Rambeau thanks to the anomaly. As soon as Monica activates her powers to defend herself though, we're thrown through Kamala Khan's bedroom closet door along with Carol Danvers. This appears to be a continuation of the post-credit scene from Miss Marvel, where we last saw Captain Marvel. Kamala's bedroom is what you'd expect from a teenage fangirl, covered in images of Captain Marvel and assorted other pop culture and video game fare. We get a quick look at an Iron Man helmet, and then a nice close look at a doodle of Kamala and Carol hugging with BFF Forever written above, next to a random piece of paper reading Kamala Khan plus Carol Danvers save the world. There's even a little Squishmallow on her shelf. Just look at that cute little guy. Carol Danvers is understandably weirded out. She's just been thrown into a random teen's bedroom, and this random teen is obsessed with her. We then jump to New Jersey and are greeted at the door by Khan's family. Who's there to visit? Who else but Rambeau and Fury. Here, Rambeau is wearing what could be a hint at her actual superhero costume. They ask for Kamala Khan, who excitedly runs into frame, squealing and asking if she got into the Avengers. Also, there's a seemingly unconscious dude in chains with a scarf wrapped around his mouth. Her mom, dad, and brother seem to be more surprised by the arrival of Fury and Rambeau than whatever was going on before. Everyone takes a seat in the recently trashed living room, and Rambeau explains that their powers are entangled. Kamala's holding a tablet displaying her stats, like a rookie hoping to get drafted. Rambeau continues on about her own powers, and before she can summarize Kamala's abilities, Kamala gets a little too excited and tries to show them off. This causes another swap to occur. Something I noticed here though is that Rambeau gets a quick little flashback to show her powers being used. It seems that she recently dodged an attack in the Khan home. Check out that tablecloth and the kitchen behind her, which implies that there was a tussle there. That could explain the mess that is the Khan living room, destroyed pillar and all, and the unconscious person in chains. So when Kamala tries to show off her powers, everyone tries to stop her, but they're too late, and Carol Danvers comes flying through, crashing through that previously mentioned table with the nice tablecloth. Danvers is furious that this has happened again, referencing the other time that she's crashed into the Khan home. This rage is awkwardly calmed when she realizes she's not alone in the room this time. It seems like she's specifically surprised to see Rambeau, which teases at a history between the two. Kamala's mother, Muniba, being the most normal person present, is concerned about her daughter's whereabouts. It seems that the Marvels are starting to figure out what's going on though, as Rambeau tells Danvers that Kamala would be wherever she was right before. Danvers looks a little concerned, as she was definitely somewhere very dangerous. Kamala tumbles into a long, dark hallway illuminated by blue lights. In doing so, she crashes into what looks like another Kree soldier. More importantly though, she sees a little orange cat. Goose. When more soldiers round the corner, Goose lets loose a flurry of horrifying tentacles and eats them all up. Classic Flurkin behavior. Hope they like pocket dimensions. Understandably, Kamala freaks out. The next thing we see is the trio finally all in one place, which should make their interconnected powers a little less disorienting. They're strapped into a trio of chairs in a spacecraft flying through space. Carol Danvers is pretty content, Monica Rambeau is happy to see that Kamala Khan is adjusting, and Kamala is awestruck. After a quick establishing shot of a new location, sort of like a Greek village vibe along the lines of Santorini with space technology, we jump right into a bunch of action sequences. A quick shot of Rambeau using her powers shows what is probably her actual supersuit in all its black and white glory. And then we've got Kamala hopping around a spaceship interior using her powers, avoiding a blaster-wielding adversary, and then absolutely judo throwing her as Nick Fury scrambles. Next is really fun. A dance sequence. That's right, a Marvel dance sequence. Why not, right? Carol Danvers pops in wearing a disguise of some sort, or maybe she got unwillingly enlisted into the flash mob. Cut to Kamala Khan free-falling without a parachute and Rambeau zipping right alongside her, going in for that mid-air catch. Nick Fury prepares for battle, and then we get a look at Park Seo-joon as Jan Deladna. In the comics, Jan actually ends up engaged to Captain Marvel. It's a funny story. He's a prince from a planet where men don't choose who they marry, and Carol interrupts an evil alien's attempt to marry the hunk, ending up his betrothed by accident. Who knows if that'll be the storyline here, but maybe the dance sequence is some sort of wedding ceremony? It's hard to imagine that they would be able to fit this subplot in a movie already jam-packed with 3 main characters, but hey, only time will tell. Then we get a bunch of very cute kittens, but we all know that those probably aren't harmless balls of fluff. Nah, they're definitely gonna be flirkins like Goose. Now we've got a Kree battle squadron led by the movie's villain, Aeldon, played by Zawe Ashton. This is different than the comics, as Aeldon is a shiny blue dude there, but we can be sure that Aeldon will be just as violent and commanding here, especially because she's got a Kree Cosmirod. This warhammer fires concussive blasts and is generally a wicked weapon. You might recognize it from the original Guardians of the Galaxy, as Ronan the Accuser used one too. Then there's a shot of all 3 Marvels in their full superhero costumes, and we get a quick glimpse of what fighting with interlinked powers would look like. Kamala dodges an attack and ends up as Rambeau, followed by Kamala appearing behind Aeldon and attacking with an extended arm, with Carol Danvers popping in at the last second to clash with their foe. The last bit we get to see is a very casual Kamala asking the other 2 Marvels, "We're a team?" To which Rambeau and Danvers reply in the negative, but we all know what's implied. And with that, the teaser ends. The tagline is "Teaming up changes everything, and everything transforms into everyone," so I think it's safe to assume that each of our heroes will have undergone some big changes by the end of this one. So what did you think of the teaser? Did it give you a little of everything you were hoping for? What do you think the anomaly was? Is Nick Fury still Nick Fury? How will the Kree play into the Skrull invasion? Let us know what you thought, what you're thinking, and what we should think going forward down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Cinematica for more breakdowns like this, and click that bell to get notified when new content drops. Thanks for watching.